Okay. Oh, I'm starting to think it's something wrong with my mic. Huh? You think? Oh my God. Hello out there. Okay, wait. If I turn this to monitor off. Oh, okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are you? Like to be with you. And you, and you, and you. Ha, ha, ha. So if I turn monitoring off, whole thing just shuts down as far as audio goes. Does it? Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, okay. This is hopefully, hopefully, I am all good, right? Trying to listen to it from the thing here. Trying to hear myself actually. Okay. Oh, it's weird because it sometimes it just cuts in and out. I think it's just I don't know if it's just my voice is not loud enough or or the mic's just stupid. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, trust in the machines. Fine. Mm. Oh, God. Damned Odin. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and start because I apparently don't know how to fix shit. Uh, I'm gonna need some help with this, I guess. But I don't want to stop the stream though. So, bahala na. Sorry. Anyway, Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna start the game. I should probably make a be right back screen. Yeah, yeah, I should have. Anyway. Mm, uh, Yay! Okay, okay. We're good. We're good. Alright, let me try. How do you...
Commander,
Oh,
something you need?
hold on. I don't think I can hear Joker. Maybe, uh, get down to a bit more here, and here, and, um, this. Okay, let's try.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
So why am I all the way? Why am I all the way there? Hey, that's good. Or maybe I should here. works, I think. Mhm. Okay, this definitely might be better.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Huh. Okay. I think the audio's just too low now. Um, is it? Uh-huh. Yeah, I think the audio's a little too low. Or maybe, uh, mm, maybe okay. Device audio is at 100%. Ooh, okay. Why don't I try this? Put OBS on 100.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
And then options. And see, that sounded a lot better, I think. Yeah, dialogue is at 100. Sound effects, just put this. No, too loud, too low, too. Huh, maybe. Wait, did that? Okay. I'm using a keyboard and mouse, by the way. I should have said that. I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm using a keyboard and mouse right now because there you go. Controller I picked up off of trash. I just bottomed out, I guess. I don't know. It's not. Kept pointing kept making him look down, and I don't really like him looking down on others. Hey, that was a stupid joke. But anyway, yeah, the controller's busted. Gonna need to scavenge for a new one at some point. For now, I'll have to figure out the keyboard controls. Right, is it? Maybe it's here somewhere. Controls. Nope. Huh. Yes. And sprint. Left control, map. Equipment is why not E? Something else using E? Codex, what's codex? Shoot, left mouse button, aim, right mouse button, change zoom. Ooh, I can zoom. Melee. What was that? Use first aid is V. Throw grenade. I think I used up the whole thing. Holster weapon H. Previous asset. Tactics. HUD hold. Order rally. Squad mate 1. Squad mate. Oh, okay. There's the E. There you are. Okay, order to attack. Switch to pistol, shotgun, rifle, and rifle. What are these? Ooh, we get to drive a car. I didn't even take a look at this. Anyway, we're good. I think. Yay! Shiny ship. Ooh. So is this what they think the outside looks like? Huh. Shiny. Not as... Okay, boat's a little... Oh yeah, I forgot to do something about that last time. There were places where just too dark for some reason. Or maybe... Okay, laptop brightness is already at max. It's already at max, so how do I get this to be even more brighter? It's just really stupid dark. Graphics and generic P. Basic program. There's nothing in here for brightness. Gameplay. Nothing. Not sound. Not calib. Oh, there we go. Brightness. Is this a little? Okay, this is too much. Too much, too much, too much. Enable HDR. I have no idea what that is. Just the game's page. It could be better, maybe. This looks good. Yeesh. You old. Okay, now what do I do? Last time I was on the right side. And realized there was a map there. So... you know, at some point I'm gonna have to start reading those codex thingies. Hi.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
What about non-humans? I'm non-human. Got a problem with me? What's his name? Navigator Presley.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Yeah.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
See? What I say goes. What he says.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Yeah. but they're helping.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn.
See?
No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Better not be. I'm gonna be asking for help too, so...
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Now you're here.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. Okay.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
What was I supposed to do again? Here. Oh. Tiara Soni, an Asari archaeologist famed for her knowledge of the Proteans, is being sought by Saren. Her last known location was somewhere in the Artemis Tau cluster. Okay. How about this one? Council has received reports of Get's interest in the corporate research colony of Novaria. Council needs to know why. Get have attacked the world of... what? Pharaohs. Primary objective is to go to the Zeus Hope colony to investigate what Saren is after and why he sent his Get troops to the planet. Okay. What's back here? Oh, this must be where they have meetings and stuff. How do I make him run with the... oh. 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 Stairs. Hi.
Anything you need, Commander?
Aw. I thought he was just gonna look me in the eyes. Okay,
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
well, we are on the fast, shiny boat, but...
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal
What?
debriefings later.
fine.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
You don't wanna talk to me. Personnel manual, okay. Yeah, fine. Do I need to? I don't think I need to. Hi, Doc.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Not really.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Eh?
What kind of complications?
Severe
Yeah,
mental disabilities, insanity, crippling
What?
physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Oh, well, that's nice. I mean, compared to
How
the
did you
rest,
end
I
up serving
guess.
on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
I don't think she doesn't sound like someone that has regrets, but
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think
Anyway.
about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
yeah, we should go. Yep. Oh. Sleeper pod. Oh, so this is where we sleep. Doesn't look very comfy. How do you sleep in something like that? Like a coffin. Maybe they're all vampires, that's how they can go into space. I don't have money.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You... what?
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Yikes. Yeah. It's not that
For the
bad.
most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Yeah. It's a tough
I
decision,
hope you made the
guess.
right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC.
Yeah.
Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
I don't think that's how it works. Like, we're a special case too, you know?
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I
See?
wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
See?
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
I know, right?
What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
What?
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Eh? Not one?
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
When did that happen?
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It's not?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
What?
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Yeah.
suppose it
no.
isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard.
What does?
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Why?
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
And that's
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
I don't know.
You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Thanks. You're a
So
sad
long, Rex.
puppy.
Shepard.
Commander,
What's your opinion on the last mission?
kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, sir. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
That wasn't your fault,
The
though.
Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Sure.
Dismissed, Chief.
Okay.
Sir.
Eh. How do I make him run? Or is this him running? Hi.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Eh. And she wanted to come along. I just thought she was cute.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Oh, yeah.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation, too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Yikes. That's
There's no
not
way
good.
for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Oh, what's FDL?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's that?
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
idea what you just said.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Yeah. And that's
Carry
nice.
on, Adams.
Shiny
Aye, aye,
ship is
Commander.
best ship. Alright.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small.
I didn't do it.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
I had no idea too. I just thought this was a shiny boat.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
What? That old?
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla,
That's a lot.
and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
What?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Oh, okay. Because they have to be replaced whenever they do that. Okay.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Brain cells?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Yeah, I'm with you, Shepard. I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Why though?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Well, I mean, you ordered to have them. They got ordered to be killed.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Yeah. But... yeah.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Wait, is he talking about Saren?
They didn't kill Saren.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
What if you never find a gift?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
But what if they don't find anything?
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
That's nice.
I want to talk about
guess.
something else.
Like what?
Like goodbye.
I should go.
See you later.
Let's talk about something else. Goodbye. Goodbye. Man, you ugly. Stairs. Getting used to using a keyboard. Oh. Now what? Zoom out. Oh. Wait. Wait, what? Where am I supposed? Huh? Window. Okay. lot of places. Horsehead, Exodus, Artemis Tau, Attican Beta. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go? So there's I think these are the three in the journal, right? What's this though? I don't remember this. And why are there all these other places? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a break from here. Yeah, this is a good place to spot. I've taken a tour of the ship, of the shiny ship, and now I just need to figure out where I wanna go next. I'll do that next week. Yeah. I'm gonna save here and yes. Uh, dan. Yay! And the ship was pretty, actually. That was nice. Okay, so I have to think about it. 3 spots to go. That's Ferris, Noveria, and the dig site. So, and then there's that other place. So there's 4 places I could go, and a whole bunch of other places I could visit. Um, mm, mm, yeah, I'll think about it. Anyways, I also want to, should I go to Twitch next time? Or just keep at it on YouTube? I don't know. I'm on Twitter. People are just always asking for Twitch links, Twitch streams. And maybe that's why. Anyway, maybe I'll put something up on Twitter and see what people think. I put up hashtags for the local streamers. Maybe one day I'll be noticed. I don't think, yeah. Anyways, um, if you're still here by the time I'm ending, thank you very much for watching, and maybe one day you could hang out while I'm actually live. For now though, I am gonna have to just say goodbye for now. Yeah, yep. I'll see. Hope maybe I'll see some of you next week. I'll try to make Saturday as much as possible like a permanent schedule, but It still really depends because I have to. It's not easy keeping the cave stocked and all the electricity and internet running, so I have to make sure those are all well maintained. Someone help. Anyways, this is oh, I should really think about some sort of greeting and way to say goodbye. Yeah, I guess it's not too important, but yeah. Anyway, see you next time. Bye. Come see me again, okay?